I'm Darron Foraday, and we are in a severe drought, and there's not enough water for the animals, trees, and they're starting to put out burn bans and things like this, and so it's very critical that we get some rain. So there's plenty of clouds, but they won't produce any rain. The government and their chemtrails, who knows what the real reason is, but there are things you can do. Now these things are experimental. They border on the realm of craziness. But Wilhelm Reich conquered this rainmaking thing years ago and was imprisoned and eventually murdered for his knowledge. So how do you know if it's your destiny to make a rain machine? Well, you'll have everything you need to do it. The angels, the karma, whatever you want to call it, will make it possible for you to do this. Now, it just so happens I have the exact perfect thing I need to produce this Orgone manipulation machine. So I'm going to do my best with the information I've been able to find and limited internet access. I've been able to locate some information on how to replicate this Orgone manipulation device called a Cloudbuster or a rainmaker. So I'm going to produce this. We're going to watch. We're going to see if we have any government intervention. We're going to see if we have any UFOs. We're going to see if we have any rainfall. Anything can happen. It's an experiment. I don't know. Do I believe it's possible? I definitely do, because I can feel the Orgone energy myself. The older you get, seems like the easier it is for you to accept certain things. So let's just get to work on this and see how it goes. I'll show you what I got to work with, and we'll take a look at it and just see how it looks. Okay, I have this what's usually a camera jib, which I've been using as a light mast, which is a total waste. But I built this years ago with my late cousin and some friends, and this is used to manipulate cameras, but it's perfect, I think, for doing what we need to do here. And so I'm going to get to work on this. I've got some poles that I'm currently using for antenna masts, and I do have a nearby well. So with all that technology, it looks like I've been chosen for this. So I'm going to have to flip this bracket around so I can make use of these 2 extra cylinder pipes. So let's get to work on this. Hollow pipes connected to the groundwater. We'll see how this works. One thing that truly sucks is we just had a major storm come into our state, and it dissipated. I mean, it just like, it started to come this way and it just vanished. A huge storm. So I can only assume that if this Orgone energy is real, there's something here stopping it. And there's no telling what it is, but something's keeping it from happening. Everything out here needs a drink, even me. And so we've got to find out if this stuff is real. If it is, well, later on in this video I'll be standing in the rain. If not, nothing. So it's pretty cut and dry for you guys. So you can fast forward, but don't spoil it for you. We'll see what happens. The way this thing was designed, it was made to keep a camera level. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking these bolts out because this pipe here was facing this, and this would stop the energy. So I'm going to flip this over. This pipe here is still facing out, so you should be able to direct energy through that tube. I've got several tubes. The more tubes the better from what I understand. So let me finish getting these things out of here so that I can do this. Alright, so we're disassembling this thing. First time in years it's been taken apart. And I'm going to put that back on and flip it around. Keep him from getting a pinched finger is probably the biggest danger here. I'm not hooked to any water, so I don't have to worry about any Orgone precautions that I've read about, which sound far-fetched, but if the principle is sound, then it stands to reason the dangers are also. We'll observe the precautions when we're connected to water. Otherwise, we don't worry about it. Don't follow me, don't follow me. One down. Well, I've still got a lot of work to do, and but this is pipe number 1, and the way a jib is made, it's got a pivot point right here, and barbell weights go right here, which we'll put on, and the barbells will off-sync some of the weight, making it easier to point this thing. And the electric cord goes to the light. Never hook electricity. That's what the precautions say, and if this stuff is real, then the dangers should be real too, so we'll pretend they are until we know different. That's where the weights will go. I'll have to go get those, but I'll finish connecting this thing and start pointing it at some clouds as soon as we find some water. Everything around here seems lifeless. No energy. It's really drab, it's hot, it feels bad. Overall karma, even though there's some beautiful clouds, is still not good. Even the dog. See the dog, he's like, please man. Please. This place sucks. Now, I've been told that it might need some insulation, but if it's grounded, I really don't see the difference. I might add that, but for now, try it just like this. So there are definitely some dangers involved with doing this that have nothing to do with Orgone whatsoever. You gotta be really careful. I've already got poison ivy on me and I've got a cut hand now, so I'll get this done. I've only been at it 30 minutes. Robbing this antenna mast is the best way I can get my pipes. So I brought it down at the cost of a cut hand. And now I'm going to slice it up and get the extra tubes I need. Okay, I've been tying wire for about an hour or so, and I'm some the worse for wear. A few cuts, poked a few times. This is dangerous. Do not attempt to do this. A little disclaimer for you. You can definitely get injured doing this, but I've got it together. It's really hot out here, and we need this rain really bad. And I think what I've done, I got some buckets here, and although you're supposed to put it to a moving water source, that's going to take more time, and we need rain right away. There's plenty of clouds here that I could hopefully seed and get these clouds to do what I want them to do, just drop some rain. So I'm going to fill these barrels and I'm going to hook this up. What we've done, I've got the pipes up here, and I put a bunch of wire ties on this. I don't know if it's going to hold or not. I'm going to probably have to put a bunch more, and they radiate down like shotgun barrels. And so hopefully this will give us what we need. Now I'm going to have to tap into these. Got a little dirt in this one I got to get out, and so that's the plan. We're going to turn this into a rainmaking machine. These clouds are not dropping the rain. There's nothing on the radar, and I'm afraid we're missing it all. So I'm going to see if I can't change the weather here. Got a little moon out already. You can see it over there, and so we're going to see if we can't get a little rain out of these clouds. So far, it's just really hot.
Let me tell my lie, you never recognize getting high from the scale I ran. Can't justify, never gonna try, I'm feeling no regrets. For what it's worth, if it's just my birth, I struggle to apologize. Can't break away from the games you play. Far too cold and rain. Hell from your face, dead within me. Cut me open, see, there's no blood to bleed. Scars engraving. From the minute I wake, I concentrate on the way to seduce your soul. While tearing down everything you built, slide down my total roll. For what it's worth, I can break your curse, leading you to become like me.
I'm actually going to aim this at some clouds, and we're going to see what happens.
Cold and rain. Hell from fire, face dead within me. Cut me open, see, there's no blood to bleed. Scars engraving. All too cold and rain. Hell from fire, face dead within me.
All right. Okay. All right, it's just been hours since we built this thing. I laid down and heard a loud explosion, and you can kind of see what's going on. I'm trying to get the cameras ready. It's raining on me. I was not expecting rain. Animals weren't expecting this. Unbelievable. Pretty dangerous. Wow. So I gotta say, even though I didn't use everything I'm supposed to use yet, I'm already having well, that's pretty phenomenal. It's an amazing thing. I gotta say, Wilhelm Reich, it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing stuff. Alright, it's a new day out here, and it's still raining. The weather machine actually shut itself off. The bucket that I had attached actually fell off, and it came crashing down, as did the weather machine. It could have easily killed someone if I would have been under it. It even came through the roof of the camper, so Be very careful if you do replicate these experiments. The lightning I was in could have easily killed me. It was very foolish what I did, so don't try to repeat that. Does Orgone weather manipulation work? Well, in this test it certainly did. Other tests it may fail. I may actually work a little more on it. It certainly did produce some very strange results and actually seemed to follow me around as I was pointing it in the lightning. Very dangerous, very stupid. We had 3 possible UFO sightings. 1 in the clouds whenever I was building it, 2 the ED which we saw, and 3 an actual photograph during a lightning storm which showed a strange anomaly. Could have easily been a bird. All this is easily dismissible, but strange circumstance nonetheless do seem to follow the rainmaking machine by Wilhelm Reich. Very interesting stuff. Orgone research, it could cure cancer. I definitely think we should do a little bit more research before we burn his books and shelf this forever. I repeated the test multiple times. The second time, I had rain within 2 hours. So finally, I did a third try and had no results. So, who's to say if this technology is real or not? Maybe quantum physics is what makes it possible. Parallel dimensions. There's a ton of possibilities. There's really no telling. But we did see some strange anomalies, and it did seem to work. Perhaps the person who builds it actually causes it to happen through quantum mechanics. A person's own universe, you know. There's really no telling what Orgone energy is. Maybe it's just an idea or a concept, although it was photographed and supposedly ran a motor. Who knows? But these tests don't always work. I could have left you on a note where you think it was all thunder and lightning. I wanted you to know the truth. Sometimes nothing at all. But I actually had to try to get this experiment to fail. Most experiments don't work out that way. So, very interesting technology. The rainmaking machine.